Hello, wanted to show you what I'm up to this afternoon besides a Cinnabon hairdo. I always put my hair up to go work out and then it just stays like that all day. Oh well, what can you say? And then of course, Mr. Koopy there for moral support. I'm still on this like journey to figure out how I want to paint flowers. So I thought I want to paint from life. So I had some flowers from a grocery store purchase maybe a week or two ago. And then I just went out to the yard and picked a bunch of weeds. Weeds are great. So I needed some greenery and I just went and picked a bunch of things. Sorry, all the weird noises, Cooper in the background. Then I marked a bunch of pages in my sketchbooks where I've painted flowers in case I felt like I start getting really tight. So I wanted to fill up a page, which is what I did, and it got to a place where I really liked it. It looked really nice, but then I was like, this doesn't feel like I've pushed it. It just feels like I did something really easy. So then I thought, I'm going to mess it up. I want to paint until I don't like it and then try to resurrect it and bring it back. And I really like it. I'll show you that here, but I was really happy with it. So I want to do that again. I don't really want to get my paints out, so I think I'm going to do things like my paint marker thingies and other things. If I want paint, I think I'm just going to use my finger because I just want to do something really quick. Get some layers on, probably thinking it's going to be bad the first go around, and then tomorrow I can just kind of keep working on it. I think one of the things that does is it strengthens, there's no muscles back there, of making something bad and being able to not give up and keep working on it. So that's what I'm going to do.
Really delicate, small, detailed work. I usually try and create some sort of warmth or nook for that work to be received in. Wonderful, because they're giving a different dimension to the gallery and people can move around and through a space instead of just walking around the walls and seeing something spaced evenly. Yeah. The conversation or the breathing to put that artwork in the front window. Yeah. Or why did they put the loudest artwork in the furthest point in the room? The Sydney Road Gallery I used to curate for a place in St Leonard's, opposite me gallery. That gallery didn't continue, but in that space, there were 60 artists on the board.
In a couple of shows at your new venue, change of vibe in the two rooms. So the front room is like flooded with light, but it's all big punchy.
No, that's right. Sometimes you need to get really close to a work and examine it. And if you're in a large room and you have huge works, and then you put a tiny work next to them,
All right, I think that I have this in a really good spot, meaning it's really bad at this point. So I'm gonna let all this dry. I've filled the page. I did not turn the sketchbook as much as I did on the other one. The other one, I just kept turning it, so maybe for the next couple layers, I'll do that. Now I've got it all, filled in, and I've tried to move color around, knowing that most of this is going to get covered up. So I'm going to just let this dry. I'm going to come back to it probably tomorrow, maybe tonight, and just keep adding layers and filling in and keeping some parts and losing most of it. Okay, well, here we are. Now I decided I wanted to get the paint out, and here we are, still in bad zone. Okay, it's actually upside down also, which is totally fine. I'm trying to flip it more. I'm gonna let this dry, but I definitely wanted to document it. And part of the problem is I've got to figure out a color palette. That's always like an issue. You got to figure out the color palette. Right now, this is not it. This is part of what's so fun though about this kind of thing, is that if you cannot get like overwhelmed or like, oh, I gotta throw in the towel, all this will come into the final thing. I think one of the problems is that I changed mediums and those colors don't translate, so that's a problem. Yeah, gotta figure that out. I mean, but it's a fun figure out, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go work some more on this, I think. Okay, guess what I just did? I took my neon pink, or what's it called? Yeah, fluorescent pink. I always call it neon. Fluorescent pink. Whoa. And did just a quick wash over that. And then even while it was still wet, I just took a paper towel, because some of it, some of that paint was still wet underneath, and then that kind of smushed it around. And I thought that will, what am I trying to say? That will, well, I can't think of what I'm trying to say, but you know what I'm trying to say. Oh, make it cohesive, and now I can start again. But all that stuff is still somewhat there. All right, I'm gonna keep just chomping away. I definitely don't like these 3 flowers right there. And it is upside down, which is fine, but that still doesn't make that any better. Okay, I don't know if what this looks like to you guys, but I'm really happy with where it's going. I sketched in with some charcoal a bunch of things, just kind of around, and I sketched in a vase and a table. And right now I'm carving in the background with just some muck on my palette there. Carving in flowers using the background, because that will make it all cohesive. And then I'm trying to decide, do I want to leave the table the background or the vase? And I just don't know yet. So I think I'm just gonna keep carving away, because I've decided to use this kind of dirty yellow, and it may not be the right value, which is fine, because I can go back over it and just kind of carving away. And then see, all these little bits of the background will be peeping through, and it'll make the whole thing cohesive. So I'm really happy with it so far. I hope it's bright enough for you guys. The sun is going down. All right, so I've carved in, and then places where, it looked like a flower, I would keep that. Now I'm trying to decide, so let's do like this and zoom out. My gut is to do this in black, the vase in black, and keep this, but I may still have to do a wash on top of the table to knock it down, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just jump in with black. All right, I wanted to pick up the camera quickly to see how this looks and to document it. I have a feeling I'm about to demolish it, but I kind of want to put stripes on that black vase, so I'm gonna do it. And I did put a wash over the table, and I like it better, but I'm loving how it's turning out. Let's see what these stripes do. I can always just go back over it with black, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I don't know if that helped or hurt, but there it is. I'm really happy with it. I'll be excited to come back tomorrow in the morning and see what I think of it. Ooh, that was fun. That came out way better. I mean, even better. Let's see. You may be wondering what that blue is. It's just a piece of paper, so I don't get paint on this. But so that was my first one, and I like that. That's nice, but I really like this method of carving back in. Ooh, I should try this on a bigger canvas. I'm really happy. Guys, I only have 2 pages left in this sketchbook and then I'm done. This is my hardcover Stillman and Burn. Let's see. See that Zeta series. I'll put a link below. But I only have 2 pages left. I really like the sketchbook. I do wish it was bigger because I've been painting bigger lately and this feels so tiny. But I'm ready to do a sketchbook tour. One of the things I like about it is the paper is not only super thick and really nice, but it doesn't have a ton of pages in it, which is nice because you finish it soon. I tend to take forever with a sketchbook, and I'm determined to finish the sketchbook. So I only have this page and one more. So I came across this that I did recently on really cheap paper that I'm testing out for you guys. I really like this sketch, and I painted this sketch from another painting, and I think I want to take this. I've already sketched it out. Okay, let me also show you what I do here. I take a piece of paper that's bigger, and I put it here. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. So I take it and wrap it around just a little bit. The reason I'm doing this is because the pages don't overlap perfectly and I don't want to get paint on pages that I've already painted. And then I'll just clip that down. I don't know if y'all are gonna be able to see that. Hopefully you can. I just did a really rough sketch, changed the composition a little bit because I do that. Sorry, the lawn people are out there. I'm going to do this sketch, which is a little bit different format. This has a little more breathing room and is wider, not whiter. But that'll be fun to just play around. I just want to paint, and I'm going to use, I think, my So Flat paints because I have been enjoying using flat paint in my sketchbook because the pages don't stick together as bad, even though I'd rather use my Liquitex because I like it. This paint is very strong smelling, and this morning I've already been painting in oils, trying that again, and my lungs are bloppity blop. So this isn't the best for that because my lungs don't do great with this strong smelling paint either, but for some reason that's what I'm going to do. I could use my flash paint. My flash paint is not strong smelling. What to do. I don't know. I'll figure it out and I'll tell y'all, but I'm going to get going on this.
You don't have to do the art prize route. I think these days, there's so many more options in order for you to promote yourself. So I think, in a way, perhaps things will change because the art gallery model has changed. We can all sell directly from our websites and Instagram. So maybe it will change in the future. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. Well, and also, I think, some of the local prizes here have been online. So, I mean, everyone knows 90% of people that are going to see it are not going to be able to get to the art gallery. But why not put it online and then you don't have to shoot anything anywhere?
Done. Guess where we are on our camping trip. Grady is making burgers.
Burger night.
Yeah. We only have 2 more paintings left in that sketchbook. I already did the sketchbook tour, which I already told you about. So go make sure to check that out. I'll put a link below if you've not seen that one, because I go through the whole sketchbook and there's really good paintings. I think they're really good. Anyways, let's see. I was going to tell you something else. I filmed on my phone though the whole trip of painting. I painted a ton. And I'm coming to you with, what is this, like 5th day camping here? It's bad. It's itchy. It needs washing, but hey, we're heading home in the morning. But for now, I just wanted to say bye to you guys with this beautiful sunset. Yeah, we are either going to finish the sketchbook next week, or I may have a special video for you if I can get it done. We'll see. I mean, finishing the sketchbook will be special too. Anyways. Koopy, do you want to say bye to the people? Oh, you're sleeping. We've got a very tired dog, so I just can't do it right now, Mom. Bye, guys. I'm sleeping. Oh, boy. Happy dog. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm signing off to you here, live at the campground. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.